she had a lover, and there's all these incredible stories about all the things that she did, pillaging the coast and robbing and embarrassing the aristocracy, which I'm a huge fan of. And we sort of it was a bit of a spaghetti western song that I'd written, and this was at a weekend intensive that we put together to cut down some songs and decide what we were going to record next. And Lee was like, "Oh, I've got this riff that'd sit really well over that," and that's the riff that kicks off the song. And so we sort of sat there finding this mixture between the two songs until we sort of found it. We ran out of day and just recorded it on a phone. And Waylon came back the next day and went, "Oh, I had a bit of an idea." And I was like, "Man," he's such a poet. Honestly, he's an incredible musician, but he just comes up with the best ideas. And he laid this story out, and I'm like, so out of all of these things, out of all, like, embarrassing the aristocracy, pillaging the coast, illicit love affairs with other women, and we're going to sing about the point of view of a bloke on the boat who is a male captain and just going, is he hot though? Like, he seems hot. There's just, surely it's not just me that thinks that this Captain Reed is like got something going on, which is brilliant. Like, I love it, and it's one of my favorite songs to sing because I didn't write the lyrics to it, so I can happily say it's genius. Like, he just did such a great job, and I love it. But it's it's a whole lot of fun, that's for sure.
Well, it almost suggests like you could have a whole song cycle about Mary Read, because the pillaging is that, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it could be a concept album, that's for sure. But I think there's probably a line of how far you should take pirate country, and we've probably done it. It's probably time to move on.
Pirate country, I love it. Not a genre I've heard of thus far.
No. I think probably until I said it, there's probably a reason that no one says it up until then, and now we've realised why, that we don't need to really delve deeper into pirate country, perhaps.
Well, maybe you do, but I'll leave that with you. Stylistically, it is quite different to Goddamn Sunday, which is intriguing. It's got more of a sea shanty feel, whereas Goddamn Sunday is a slower feel. So I'm wondering if you like consciously try to differentiate the styles, or it's more, well, that's what suits this song, and we'll just pursue that.
Look, I think it goes full circle again to not being 20. When I turned 30 something, I realized that I didn't care, that I still love Garth Brooks and I still love country music, and that's I stopped being in loud bands and just I'm just going back to playing country music. It's what I like doing because I don't care. I'm just too old to care anymore. And then with the band, we sort of wrote all these songs, and then we cut them back, and we started, building our set as we wrote more songs, and more kind of got put aside for a minute. And then we realized that these songs that we're putting aside, we love them, and they come from different places. That Lee is a real dyed in the wool folk. Dave Rawlings is God guy, so if that's what we're feeling that day, we can just let him get out in front and charge and follow along, and we will find a dyed in the wool Dave Rawlings moment that we get to have and make our own. I write sad bastard country because that's what I do, and I write about my kids and my farm and my wife and my family, and that's where I go. And Aidan is this addicted to old time music. He runs an old time jam in Toowoomba now every second Sunday, where we pop along and take banjos and double basses and just sit in the park and play, which is wonderful fun. And Waylon's played in big bands and jazz bands and everything, and so everyone's kind of got their own little flavor that they do, and rather than go, we're trying to do this, so should we maybe group these ones together and then come back to that one, we just kind of went, what, we got our own studio, we're old. Who cares? We're just going to do whatever we want. So now we just we pick the songs that we want to do, and we go, how can we best serve this song, and then we try to record that, and then I do the PR stuff for us now, and try to reach out to people like you and hope that you like it, and it's sort of working, I guess.